join me as I shop my storage bins for this year's holiday decor. Okay, so out of those two bins, here's what I've compiled for this year's Christmas decor. My decor is usually very minimal and usually only in the main living space. So we will start over here. I chose this stocking just because I just love it. I've had it for a really long time and it's sentimental. I love that it is just quilted and it's got this cute little teddy bear, and it's always just been very cozy and warm and sentimental to me and super cottagey. So there's this guy. And then these two stockings, I've always just loved them because they're like cozy sweaters, and I'll probably just hang these from the picture frames in the living room. And I have these stockings both in green and red, but because I don't want to go crazy with the red, if I do hang more stockings, then these will probably be the ones that hang from the fireplace. Now I have several stocking holders, but these guys are going to be the winners for this year. Just, I love how basic and simple they are, and woodland creatures, I feel like, always fit the mold. So, you know, whatever the theme is for the year, the woodland creatures always make the cut. I know these are reindeer woodland creatures, I should say, but yeah, they always go. So, and then I've got these bells. These are always great, and I do love the sound of them on the door when people come through the door, and they're just festive but subtle, and so I love that about them. And I'm going for a humble look this year. Humble yet cozy and homey and warm, and so that's what we're going for. Now these string lights I've had for years, and so by default they're incandescent, which I love. And so normally these would be on my tree, but I'm not doing a tree this year. And so if I do lights, they will most likely be on any garland that I have, but I'm still deciding. And pardon my fingers there in the camera. So these, I did decide to hang on to these guys for this year. These used to adorn my Christmas trees of the past, because I always I went through a romantic Christmas tree phase at some point where I had these guys for a long time, and they just never seem to go out of style, so I love that. And I'll come back to this stuff in a second. But this is my door wreath that I've had for several years, and I believe I got it from Target years ago. No tag on it anymore, but it's probably a Hearth and Hand or something very similar to that. And I always just love it because, you know, even though it's felt and it looks pretty artificial, it just has that simple, humble and homey look. And I was thinking of doing a pop of red with them this year, so I was thinking about weaving those in with it, and you guys can let me know what you think of that. I'm gonna try that out and hang it on the door, and you can let me know what you think of that idea. I actually think it's just very organic and pretty, so yeah, we'll see. You can let me know. And then we'll come back to, let's see, this sign is one that I've had for several years, and even though I've kind of grown weary of signs that say things. I think I get a little bit of a pass during the holidays, or at least I'm going to give myself a pass during the holidays. I'm going to give myself a pass during the holidays because, you know, it is a time for just messages of hope and joy. And anyway, so I usually hang this by the door or on the door, sometimes in conjunction with the wreath. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with it just yet, but we shall see. So making our way down here to this box of treasures. So this is a little ornament that a friend of mine made, I believe last year, and it's a sweet little angel, and just made out of clay or something. And so it's just, I just love how just humble and precious it is. It kind of reminds me of a little cookie. So I just love that, and we'll find a place for that to go. And then this is another ornament that I used to hang on a tree. And I just always loved how simple and sweet it is. It's wooden. And so, yeah, I just have always loved simple things like that. And then lots of little jingle bells. Got some brown ones and some red ones. I'm not sure whether I'll incorporate these in my regular decor this year. But we'll keep those guys on standby. And then underneath there, I just have a couple of red stars. But again, not sure whether I'll incorporate those, but we'll keep them on standby just in case. So moving to over here, I had bought these bells, and I got them on clearance, which is one of my favorite things to do. Christmas clearance from Target years ago, looks like 2018, and they were originally $3, so I probably paid 30 cents for them for each box on Christmas clearance, or something close to that. Not more than $1 per box. And I just never found a use for them, but I am determined to find a use for them and incorporate them in my decor this year. So we shall see. Gonna keep hope alive. Okay, so next to these pennants, now these, I love how festive they are, and I have 3 sets of pennants. This one is a lot easier to incorporate into my decor, because, you know, the style is so much more simple and humble, and that's exactly what I'm going for. These are a little more festive, and I do love festive, and, you know, every once in a while it doesn't hurt to have a pop of fun and color in my place. But I don't know if this year is the year that I'm going to just go crazy with color. So we shall see. But these pennants are fun. These banners are fun nonetheless. And this banner takes up quite a bit of space once I got it spread out. And it is very fun and festive looking. I just don't know that I am that adventurous this year. But again, after I put everything together, I will see. Who knows? The banner could be the star this year. Okay, so, and then of course there's this one. And this one just is so humble and sweet, and will just fit in perfectly with my decor, I believe, as usual. These things will go on top of my mantle most likely. These are actually kind of my normal candlesticks that are there, and I just put the same candles, just switch them out all the time. And then I've got these guys. Come to think of it, it'll either be these or these on the mantle, or I don't know. We'll play around with things. And then this is a little candle snuffer that I got from Dollar Tree. These guys I've had for a lot of years, and I'm pretty sure I got them at a dollar store, which is impressive because they're pretty heavy and great quality, and I've had them for probably over 20 years. These guys I got not too long ago, pretty recently, and I got them from Goodwill, and I got the two of them for about $3. Let's see. Next, I have these sweet little bird ornaments, which I'm just gonna find a home for them somewhere in my decor because they're so precious, and I love that they're quilty, and so that just goes with the whole cottage decor. I've had these candle holders for a lot of years, and they hold a tea light candle, and I just love how also, again, just sweet and simple they are. And yeah, we'll find somewhere for those guys to go. Got my little pop of red there. These I got on clearance, Christmas clearance from IKEA one year for probably $1 each. And they always come in handy for holiday decor, winter parties, whatever. They're just always great. Last year I had done something with this one. I don't even remember why I wrapped that thing around there, but it just got put away that way. But whatever it was, I'm sure it worked really well. These guys are going to come in handy for just decorating random things and or tying on garland to other things. I don't know, we'll see. I always think that I'm going to use them some year and then they end up not getting used, but I'm determined to use these guys because they seem so handy and practical, but we shall see. And so I know this is not modern or trendy, but these are my garlands, and they look so funky and folded up, but these are my garlands that I've used every year, and once they're up, they look just as festive as anything else. But who knows, maybe I'll get to dress them up this year. And this one is just another one. It's a little fuller, more robust, and it's got pine cones in it. And that one was probably gifted. That one was probably bought at a dollar store or somewhere really inexpensively. I'm coming back to this tissue paper because somehow I lost the footage, but anyway, I really like the look of this tissue paper, and it matches this pennant that I'd like to incorporate this year. So I want to think of something to do with that. And then next, this apple pie picture is one I've had for a really long time. Yes, I know it's not Christmas, but I love the colors and still has that warm, cozy winter cottage feeling. So I may incorporate that as well. And I got this nativity set on Christmas clearance at Target. It was originally $40 and I probably paid less than $10 for it. And I've had it for several years now. Last but not least is this lovely greenery that I got from a church event. And when the event was over, they let me take the greenery home, which is great because, as you know, I love free. And so even though I'm not quite sure exactly where I'll incorporate this yet, I will definitely find a place because I must. Anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned for more videos on holiday crafting and my Christmas cottage home tour.